It's a prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The Cowboys will not get to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level. Went to a junior college, went to Cal, and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round, and then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably
him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago, and that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. He really made a name for himself in that. 220 yards, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
First and 10 at the
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any in the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Going to get to the 30-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front line, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense. Someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
defensively.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. There's Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit a golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my some.
Mostert with a first down carry. Nice carry. Gets his way forward for a pickup of about 6 yards. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Garoppolo. That one caught by Ross Dwelly. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback, a house, so to speak.
Here we go.
13. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That is a defensive end getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight to the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no.
Well, McKinnon fumbled it, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Complete to Jerick McKinnon.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
Trying to get it off at about the 31. He's at the 30, the 20. 6 and a Packer touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
Can't just her in now. Good position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Down they again. And stopped immediately there. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, so quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down shy of midfield. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to, but a lot of times a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but the D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Tyler Irvin back deep. He gets away. It's a good one. Toward the lines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kick. But just to be... Can we get a little closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. It's Ryan. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there. 1st down.
1st and at the 32-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. And it's complete.
Rodgers.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this. Back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent. And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of defensive efforts. Well, the runners get, it appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It's a gain of 5.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
On now. And he's going to have it close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
36-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. He lets this toward the back of the end. Packers. Alan Lazard, 36 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if numbers correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now 14-0.
49ers nothing. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. C. James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
Started ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, allow their defense to get their breath down. a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it up. Just to be alert. Plays of that nature, make sure you don't get hurt.
Garoppolo's pass intended for Jarek McKinnon. Incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Maybe ground game to practice a little bit.
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now is Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Taylor. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sensitive for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer is for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shot for Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at 30.
Get off the field.
It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Partner, what we saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines. On that.
A good run there to start. 13 yards, first down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too.
And we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To the game for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And the 49ers
21-0 our score after 1.
the end of the first quarter with the score Packers 20, 49ers nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd down. Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made. Packers 29-yard line.
Roughing the passer defense.
What did they call that on?
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you should.
This will be marked just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Complete.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo. And they're going to sack back at the 16-yard line. Dean Lowry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes. They're getting at them.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep beat, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st.
49ers 3.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's okay. They got 3 points down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in a zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when it back the game, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. From the 27, Rodgers, and he whips that one incomplete there. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the receiver was open.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Now a first down. And brought to 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
At the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4. 3rd and 2. And he's got first yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last one, 3 and out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and turn the tide.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Try and run it. And he was intact, could not get away from there. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Up by the former rounder, Jimmy Ward. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, loosen things up, get the defense to react to other people, other plays.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the pack up. And his crew will take over with the ball at the 35-yard line.
We have seen this before. You know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. How to put away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't just tote the rock. He's on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now it's Rodgers. He sets it. This will be up at the 4. That one good for 7 yards.
For a second there, I thought that would break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
And he's got the yardage before midfield.
That's good for a Green Bay.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright. Make a we just saw there.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Good strong throw catch right there. And so far the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He can't get him down. A second nice of a spin. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's a third down.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here we go with the first as they'll bring it down at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it on first. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach before that always told his runners.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Aaron Rodgers sacks.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
2nd and goal.
Now Rodgers up the screen. This is Williams. And touchdown Packers from 4 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the result, a Green Bay score.
Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. We see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. With them losing here in the 2nd quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not 4 verts? One of the best routes in hard to cover each guy.
So far, just one catch for him. And he's going to have another 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Oh, what a juke into space. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 62 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. What an excellent run. And from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1.
Lane opens here. He's past 30. Room to run at the 50. Tyler Ervin on the loose.
Oh, boy, you ain't got
catch him. He's in.
Touchdown, Packers.
I know a lot of special coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He's just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Now Crosby for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one goes down as a 99-yard kick return for 6 from the 1-yard line all the way to the house on the other end.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
He's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through as much. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go, here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Garoppolo again, here, 2nd and 10. And 5 lead. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They do get a couple, but now football. And there's going to be
Aaron Rodgers sacked.
the defense. They were swarming time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Now after the fall comes Rodgers. Going to throw deep for and he's got first half touchdown passes. And the Packers are pouring it on.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And the route is on here in this first half. Nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone.
We see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their 25-yard line.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people don't want to tackle more, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the game. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing on first. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
That one to Taylor and Pleat.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
49ers.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle from Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers get a score closer.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Gold to add the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Defense.
No, are you serious?
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammate yet to begin their drive. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
Slant to Adam.
And they get it, but not before he takes it to the 40-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. One play has them up past the 4. first and 10. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Jimmy Ward there defensively.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And it's time to complete. Whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And now look at him go. And with a clock reading into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
And that is obviously the of a long field goal attempt.
And what teams are doing now is not just putting their field goal block unit on. They may change it out and go punt return because you have better guys on the field who are able to stay on their feet and block in case that kick is missed. And that's what we saw there, the big return after the long missed field goal.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to the slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw Aaron Jones put together a very nice first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Welcome, everyone, back for quarter number 3.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to maybe pump up, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
San Francisco.
Into the hands of Dwelly. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at their 40.
And they go back here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And this is losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little
and a little more cushion. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really did. I don't think that was his primary thing. The read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a second target for a really nice game.
17 yards on the play. There's the Packers have the first down as well.
10 at the 38-yard line.
Shotgun for Rodgers. His target, the tight end Lewis. With gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Able to get 7 on a first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out to the tight end.
He's unable to an effective gain nonetheless.
Good for a Green Bay Packer.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This to his running back, and Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty critical at half. It might be the original side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Garoppolo for a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
To get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. In Kittle. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the first down.
Take over first down.
Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back on the field. He has been on his A game. We're in the third quarter. He's already in search of time.
He played so to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding my eyes finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
He's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers. And boy, drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completion to him in this game.
Oh, he throws there, incomplete.
Alan Lazard, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. One hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him, keep it. A lot of punter goes pants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. Need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
21.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it.
It's up to about the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Well, they Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. Pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Mason Crosby to kick off.
They'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, one guy that maybe can night things, and I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football, that make big plays, and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
from the 27. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Across the 35. 11 yards there. First down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
That's trash. 58, boys, 58.
Garoppolo, first down throw. Is born. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
San Francisco.
He's not going to get me.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about it.
That's caught backward. And he's got under 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that pick up a first defense. You assign him
the 4th interception. Amos with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
This interception will go the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in and be ready to catch.
Off here. And they'll wind up getting this all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out him off balance.
And he did. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want. That play calling is working very well for them right now. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his
to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run.
Going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for the defense.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. That is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands all down by the goal line. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Trying to shake interception. And they'll get past the
15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
Aaron Jones.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are things up or maybe later in the game. Try to run snap. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
That's a gain of 3.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Packers first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On down, Rodgers. He won the fight for the football. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from blocking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the
Now a deep on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play, unable to connect in that attempt.
They'll set a screen. This is Williams. And this will move again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Rodgers now on 1st down. This to Lazard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their number. They care about right now.
Here's a pass. Running back. Take it in. Touchdown Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. This offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smile all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Crosby with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. Games he will return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Niners set to take over on offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow me to get into the end zone.
The ball's out, but this get out of bounds
down, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
Yeah, it was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coach is screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now completing it, and he's closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second forward.
Looking on second down. Garoppolo.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
For the pin, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Jones. And a tackle, but then quickly knocked down, but a nice little gain.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over people.
And he will get there to the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, 27 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Right for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the and we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you get that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think.
And my goodness, another interception off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being you have chances. And in this situation, that's paid off for them at all.
Sideline, jubilation and laughter. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. They needed a big run. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier.
And he's going to spin. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, a beast in the red. His 2nd touchdown of the game. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green
after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays.
And down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and bundle. Under try at first down. I think it's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language, evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
With the give to,
and they get it before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out the game. Those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the shot. About 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they'll inside the 25 now at the 24.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run up 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the go. It's 2nd and inches.
Shotgun now for Ryan. Caught just inside the 10.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer 1st down.
Jones. They will get in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers continue to roll.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive. It wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's something that there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Garoppolo. Loose. Packers pick it up, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
All right, you've had to put with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
Well, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And they will only muster here to the 38. Not much there, only a yard. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
49ers, 38-yard line.
Give it to Joe. And Brown, but not before they're inside 25.
That's good.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing it. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes maybe work of running plays, keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of college. Of course, and I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and didn't do it very often.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that.
And Rodgers intercepted. Picked up the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. Pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs to make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Gold able to tack on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Fielded just get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grading, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Ward. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you
into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
And that touchdown, well, it barely put the lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs. I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterward.
No, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Throwing again. Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And that will be incomplete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And give him a 6. It caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Now this was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
And the numbers for him, pretty solid, really. He's run it well. He's caught it pretty well, but they're still far behind the 8 ball on the scoreboard.
Not able to use his talents, as you noted, to narrow the gap in the scoreboard. Sometimes it's a bend but don't break, right? He gets his on the scoreboard. They're not getting the points necessary. And if you're a defensive team, you'll give up that yardage for the kind of lead they have.
That's what I was going to ask you. Sometimes you say, let this guy do his thing. Let's control what we can control elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Take away the rest of the guys. Don't let them hurt well. But the biggest one is they've contained him well enough that they've been able to.
And now look at this. Gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up.
Complete. Fumble on the play.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, in the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up second and
From the gun, it's Ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
a gain of
So inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
hands of Dwayne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Pass call. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And goal at the 3-yard line.
Picking up a touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
And this carries into the end zone. The end zone is going to call 5 yards. Taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's going to air one out. And that's caught 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Over the middle, that's by Adams. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
The 21-yard line.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Rodgers throwing here. For it all. Continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now Crosby for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score.
Mason Crosby to kick off 4th.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25.
49ers offense making its way back out there. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because you'll see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, they're repercussions.
We'll see. And the Packers take it up. And they'll have the ball up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but throughout the game, not improve.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The deep crowd to line of scrimmage. If you just hand it inside, you're getting your running back popping.
And give them another
6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in a game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point try now for Crosby. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, that drive started with not a lot of real estate in front of them, and plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
Coaches, don't forget today. Get what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Garoppolo to try again on negative screen play. Helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
For us, for Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Takes this about 5 yards, and he opts to not bring this out. The first drive will start at the 25. Out comes the San Francisco offense as they are led out by their quarterback, the man known as Jimmy G. That's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And when Jimmy Garoppolo came out of Eastern Illinois, many people saw a strong guy, well-schooled in the passing game, who needed a little bit of time to develop and reach his potential. Starting to go in that direction right now. A former linebacker in high school, he plays the game with a lot of toughness.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. First to the game, Kittle is going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back, and he's got him. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, 49ers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this winds up a pick of 2, maybe 2.5. 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is this ability. He looked like one of those guys.
Ball carrier. The tackle made.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And they'll get down. He's inside the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
This hands of Kittle, the 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Gets this into the hands of Taylor. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. First down, 49ers.
Tight end Kittle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Well, I know from past experience, before you play a game, I don't know anyone who's envisioned themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone set. The first time with Tevin Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Around this time, Mostert. And he'll get a... just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down.
Now that call makes sense. Their passing formation, showing the shotgun, then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Green Bay up to the task there in coverage. And forced fourth. And in his 15th season, he's able to get to go. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march. But if I were the offense, hang my hat when points were put on the board.
Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for 5-0 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers at D1 level, went to a junior college, went to Cal, and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round, and then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably better quarterbacks that we've seen down.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second down, ball back up.
At the 25 after a gain of 5.
Aaron Jones.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Gun now. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out the marker. And now 3 and out to start.
The way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And now look at this big gain, a fumble. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
Wow, that is knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
McKinnon, the ball carrier.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, as you know me. I want to things up.
And all out of the 12.
Raheem Mostert, the ball carrier.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gives you secondary.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
49er ball carrier.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him.
Brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate.
Down at the 8-yard
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Good. And that gets 6-0 here in the first.
Packers, nothing.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on board. Doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Packers offense here coming back out for... their second drive, and the last drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmaker, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. But not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Now, I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense.
Take it right down Broadway. Touchdown. Davante Adams, 47 yards. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thick beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And he puts it through. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. We see James will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir. Old school. Put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, I'm trying to erase this deficit. Dean Lowry just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working.
Intercept. Kevin King with a pick. End zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Now Crosby for the point after. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Mason Crosby to kick off for.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. We see James. He will not return.
return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they had the ball over previously. Right there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Below looks to throw. He's going to hit his backfield complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game, you stop it. And not a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And the 49ers first down.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he's down. They sack him back at the 42. Preston Smith leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess guys there.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. 1st and 2nd down with a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 15. They need something big. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
On 20-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
54. Mike 54. Here we go.
And able to run tackle, but quickly brought down in a nice little gain.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On 2nd inches, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
49ers 6.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. It's still open.
And he's going to be followed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning guys in front of them had almost a chance to them. They were on him in a hurry.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. When
hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And back out onto the field comes the Packers defense. And they've created a major first-half storyline with the pressure they've been able to create.
And I know that the good teams adjust from series to series. They make their adjustments on the sideline before they go back out. In this case, I think they might need a little bit more time. They want to get to the half and figuring out how do they change protections, how do they get the ball in the hands of the passer a lot quicker, make sure he doesn't get hit as often, all those different things. Maybe even run the ball.
Mostert a first down carry. This will wind up only getting him a couple, and it'll bring up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they make it difficult for the runner to find out. I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out of the field. And all times you can bypass them with a running play.
That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. At the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they gained for.
How come they didn't tell us about it? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first in. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the. Get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to attack?
Off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Complete to the 10, Kittle over the middle of the field.
Complete.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
He'll get that one to take complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it.
as he's inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage. It's traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down. And he'll go down at the 28.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down mark.
Here. Out inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. This drives, it ended in field goal. For this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Fielded just outside the goal. He's 25 and down at the 28.
The Packers take over at first and 10 at their own 28.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive, making his presence felt early in this one. First half already over the century mark.
Yards per completion too. That's a pretty number, but he's shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers caught inside the Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And the lead is up to 15 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Take it in the end zone. Seems he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. Now, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual, because ordinarily, when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now they can. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And is complete.
Garoppolo's pass complete to Deebo Samuel.
The Niners on 3rd down. A pretty 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. That right side complete to Kip. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the feeding that logic? Nice.
It's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green offensive line. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just every position. Sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away, and that's exactly what happened there.
Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Got it open. Scantling. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Official 52-yard punt, not too shabby. And that will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it works, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of you.
And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the ball at the 28-yard line. Every week we talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines, you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal. The 32-yard line, 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. Back essentially the same play again, continue to move on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't beyond them, no pickup.
Score, Packers 31, 49ers 13.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 5. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only was a field goal, but still.
Gave up the field.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
Lining up for the point after.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, you have strung that out just a few plays. Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pass 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off at the 33. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49ers as they score the touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
The foot blocked. Oh, the Packers have it. It's a 50, the 30, 20.
They're not even trying to do anything.
To the end zone, and that's points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blench, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to face it.
And that's close inside the 30. And all the way down 26. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
But that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Inside 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Muzzle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis back and first half that we've seen. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'd be very close to a down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Down, but he did the first down as he's tackled at the 1. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. They'll with Williams. Touchdown, Packers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers are 6 to their lead. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Now, Cross for the point after. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one to extend the lead. So that one an 8-play drive. It spanned 75 yards.
And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run.
Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
So far, just a single catch in this game. Garoppolo on first down. That's complete to Dwelly. From the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look, 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Intercepted. Picked up by Will
Don't worry
Redmond.
about it, baby.
In the end zone, it's a pick and a Packer touchdown. Ah, yes, the hip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
Different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
Too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word. Oski.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now. This one's in the air.
Taken in the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. What do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
6 brings up 2nd and
second down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, 49ers.
Garoppolo now. And he got it man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. To throw again on snap. Hello. Now Garoppolo lost.
Rodgers. Fumble on the play. Recovered by offense.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Mr. Aaron Rodgers. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank everyone. Back for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Field just out to goal. And he brings 20 to the 24.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
Something is the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Not sure exactly what he saw that made him decide to off at a
vantage point. What he saw was a defense that got out of its lanes, got out of its gaps, and they were pretty much running to the quarterback, viewing him as the bigger threat. And look at that wide open space, and he rumbled for big-time yardage.
It's just got it. 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting time. This will be caught at about 5. He's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling, and the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And there they got the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Green Bay score.
49ers 26. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming. Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you neck downfield. Play. They were successful.
Completes it to 6. And he is going to have a 49ers first down to get the 3rd down conversion. Garoppolo able to find Samuel there for a Niners first down.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Defense defense tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing it below on third down. Open man is born. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's well. This offense, they have not been really good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't.
And this is incomplete. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. And 9th drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And the ball knocked out. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you excited in the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
There's a by his tight end, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that 300-yard passing game. It still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments. The defense is trying to really stop him.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's 2nd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former rounder Jimmy Ward. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Offensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize.
35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He continues to have a big night here.
For whatever reason, their bodies act a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the left trying to tackle.
Go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know, legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's low to throw. They enter for the 3rd time. He's picked
picked off at his own 46. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll let this go in zone, and that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But the penalty flag is down, so who's this going to be on? Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well.
They will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it yards out. And you guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, the big play prior to this one got them down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. We see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun.
Throw it up.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Complete to Deebo Samuel.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
34-yard line.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And for the 4th time, it's an interception. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Packers defense here getting ready. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was 6, because that's what everyone wants. Taking a on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
49er first down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think that just needs the right. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change.
Again.
And for one of the
first times tonight he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They get 7 out of that, so left with a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the first in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding position, and tackling in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
49ers 29.
His 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8. You know, as a kid, you just head out. The rest of the offense needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. Some help. Receivers who will catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's game. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. The guy throwing the ball, and they keep the connection.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Right back to Adams. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here, 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Rodgers gets the ball, and he'll about a yard shy of the line after a pickup of about 3.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
And Mike incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. This 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first went for it. Dawn attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down. To Mostert. There on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't run quite as the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's brought down, getting this to about the 35. That one and good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
On the play.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Back Lambo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. First is going to play underneath, and he finds McKee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding, probably Agent, is about angling for a new coach.
Here's a wild wide complete. Is running back right side. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
Hoping to get it to him, he can make the window close quickly. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And this is a result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 36. And the Niners move the chains as Garoppolo hooks up with Taylor. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Connected here to Bourne. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them. Gets big yardage, points on the ball.
In the backfield. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners, they eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored a touchdown.
It's like my old high school coach used to say, Charles. He said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Now Gold for the extra point. To score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. That time a 9-play drive, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Now, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him. For each to the end. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game.
Boy, he's got a man. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 there and give them a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Adams home for move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Again, he was looking for Davante Adams, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now second down.
To throw again, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. This is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he will this one. A fumble return for the 49er touchdown.
Robbie Gould.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive ahead.
Without a doubt, but for the defensive guy, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Gould with the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25.
For San Francisco.
Fielded a couple yards into the field. And he'll be down at the 20. The decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own.
Davante Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. So far he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously it's been a game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? Sure, exactly what you do in the NFL, except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your up.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that's complete. Because you hit that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
At the 39-yard line.
Joe, and a good run to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate.
Big loss here as he's taken down. Pass rush extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now have a lead.
Now, night here. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. He's been up for this defense to handle over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care. They know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep playing down, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Swing yard, that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together, one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, baby.
This is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 26.
51's Mike. Stay with your man.
Well, he is tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Have this across midfield and inside 45. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He knows how to keep defenders away. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First down.
Samuel late and inside the 20 before he's brought down. More yards there and another first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 3.
Now that's the football. And the pass get up. They're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Looking deep for Adam. And intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tart. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? One thing or another. Bad play on one hand, good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get up and gain additional yardage.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds. Go ahead and bleed out that.
He's going to go down. They get him back at the 40. Dean Lake able to drop him in time for his second sack of the evening.
It's
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now by Jair Alexander. And he's able to get it back to 33-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football.
Throwing on first and completing it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Get in the weight room. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go. Check three, check three, check three.
Rodgers looking. Oh. And down. The 49ers get there. Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they facing second and a ball. Getting this behind the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go.
On first down is Rodgers. Be caught in the and let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taking the end zone. James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
Being calm and really being firm with this team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. But you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw again. Garoppolo, a dump down to McKenna. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Garoppolo. Goodness, another interception. Picked by Will Redmond. And to the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. Pick 6 makes that sport even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? It's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I'm on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Mason Crosby, kickoff for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go. And now here is an interception. Kevin King pick. And in the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I would, because now
and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Intercepted. The Packers take over first 10 at their own 40-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
Tonight's
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
they can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.